Hello, darlings. What makes me cry? Pink is not really my thing. No one believes me. My parents didn't believe me. They thought I was crazy. But I can throw a mean spiral. I'm not just saying that. Yes, can we do that? Yeah. That'd be that's cool. That just hit my reflex, that's weird.
We're having a sleepover tonight.
Hey, this is Victoria Justice, and these are my 7 secrets.
Ever wonder how a normal girl deals with becoming a superstar? Victoria Justice is finding out, and she's about to share it all with you.
Why'd you pick the French fry?
I don't know. I like French fries, French toast.
Ha! I had to get that.
This is 7 Secrets with Victoria Justice.
You're not gonna believe it. Yeah!
Get ready to get real with the mega talented and super fashionable Victoria Justice as she gives you the straight scoop on herself.
Okay.
Are you ready? Because here comes secret number 1. Poised and perfect Victoria is really a total goofball.
I'm very goofy. I don't take myself seriously. But oh my God, you guys, I can't talk. Okay, I hope I'm gonna go cry in a corner now. I'll see you guys later. I'm very clumsy. My mom always says that I'm the only person she knows that can trip while standing still. I mean, I literally, like, I'll be walking on set, perfectly, like, alert and awake and aware, and I'll run into walls. I don't know. I've never been the best on my feet. But the thing is that I love dancing, and I can dance, but when it comes to just, like, the simple tasks of every day, like walking, running, all that kind of stuff, it's not my thing. I like playing practical jokes. I'm always pranking people on set, and I love hiding behind doors and stuff and, like, hiding in people's dressing rooms when they come into work and then turning off all the lights so that way when they walk in, like, I jump out and scream at the top of my lungs and freak them out. I like doing that. And I do that at home all the time, too. I'm always, like, hiding behind walls and scaring my mom and my stepdad and my sister. The best practical joke I've ever played. Happened one time, he had just gotten breakfast and he had a bowl of oatmeal with milk and cranberries and stuff, and he was walking upstairs, and I was doing my usual thing where I was gonna hide behind the wall and jump out and scare him. And so I was hiding there, and he walks up and rounds the corner, and I screamed as loud as I could and, like, just, like, shoved myself in his face.
She turns around the corner and scares me. My oatmeal flies into the air.
Hit the wall, splashed everywhere, and I felt so awful because I had no idea that it was in his hand. But it was one of the funniest things ever. I wish I could have videotaped that. It was priceless.
Priceless is the word Victoria would use to describe the one item she's owned her whole life. Here's Victoria on her prized possession.
One object that I've had my whole life. Oh, well, in Florida, I was obsessed with NSYNC. They were my favorite band, and I had this Lance Bass ring because I love Lance Bass. And so we moved all our stuff from Florida to LA, but we still had our house in Florida, and I went back to visit one time, and I was looking through my old closet, and I saw this, like, little shimmery glint in the corner of the closet, and I walked over, and I was like, what is that? And I picked it up, and it was my Lance Bass ring, and I was so excited. And, like, from that point on, I wore it every single day, even though I was, like, 15, 16. I didn't care. I love my Lance Bass ring. Come back, Lance, come back.
NSYNC, huh? So now you've got an idea of what kind of music Victoria likes, right?
Clap, 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 clap your hands.
Well, not quite. NSYNC is downright modern compared to what Victoria is rocking on her iPod right now. And that's secret number 2. Victoria and her mom share a record collection. That's right, I said record.
I kind of have the musical taste of a 40-year-old woman, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, seriously, I love Hall & Oates, love them. I've played them every single day on the way to work. I love Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I love Carly Simon, so I love all those oldies. My music has a B-side, and what I mean by that is that I love vinyl vintage records. So, you know, on like a vinyl record, you have an A-side, which has about like 6 songs, and then a B-side, which has like 6 other songs. And I just love the sound of a vinyl record. There's just something so, you know, like familiar and homey to it, and it's so raw and real, which I love. And there's nothing like sitting in my room on a day where I'm not working and just falling asleep to an Aretha Franklin record. Who introduced me to vinyl records? I think it's kind of, I mean, my mom always had them lying around, but they were all like dusty in a cabinet, and I was like, oh, what are those? And, you know, we never really took them out or anything. And then, I don't know, I kind of discovered it myself, and I told my parents that I really wanted a record player for my birthday, and so they got me one, and I just could sit there and listen to that sound for hours. The one vinyl album I could find would probably be Abbey Road by the Beatles, because it's my favorite album by them, and I love every single song off of it, so I would love to have that one.
So where does Victoria make all her vinyl fantasies come true?
Amoeba Records is one of my favorite record stores because it's one of the biggest that I've ever been to, and also the fact that they don't really have many record stores around anymore. It's, you know, because everything's on iTunes and online, so it's just really cool to be able to go into like such a historic, well-known place like that, and the vibe about it is so awesome too. There's graffiti on the walls, and if we go there, I'll show you guys, there's an elevator, and it has like tons of graffiti, and it's just so dirty and messy looking, but it's just so like grungy and cool, and I love it. This is the elevator of one of my favorite record stores in Hollywood. It's pretty cool because it's really dirty and grungy, and like there's tons of graffiti, and I love it. And some gum, which I just put my finger on. It's really great. Hello, fancy seeing you here. So let's go look around and check out some cool jams. Isn't this amazing? What is this?
What do you do with the tape?
All that record shopping has inspired Victoria to make her own music shine.
Something people might not know about me is that I dabble in piano, and I just learned the Victoria's theme song, Make It Shine. So I'm gonna play a little bit of that for you. Here we go.
Here I am, once again, feeling lost, but now and then I breathe it in to let it go. And you don't know where you are now, what it will come to if only somebody could hear. When you figure out how you're lost in the moment, you disappear. You don't have to be afraid to put your dream in action. You're never gonna fade, you'll be the main attraction.
So where did this love of music come from?
Kind of always been involved in music ever since I was little. I have an uncle who was in like a band in the 60s or whatever, and so he's like been singing all his life, and so at family reunions and stuff, when I was like 3 or 4, I would go on stage and sing like My Girl by the Temptations with him. Like I've always just loved singing and instruments and all that kind of stuff. I'm learning guitar right now. And I would love to get really, really good at guitar so I can, you know, be on stage and just, you know, have an acoustic version all by myself. That'd be pretty awesome. I don't know, music is just always something that's been really, really important to me, and it keeps me grounded in a way, and if I'm ever having like a weird day or, you know, I have too many things on my mind, if I just sit down and, you know, play a couple chords or try and write a song on the piano, it just like centers me somehow. I've written like a couple full songs, but right now basically I just have this journal where I'll have like a thought or an idea for a song, and I'll just like start writing down all these different ideas, and then maybe I'll just write one verse or come up with a chorus or something. But I definitely, I really, when I start working on my own solo album, I would love to start writing a lot of my own songs, for sure. Yeah!
And now, Victoria on Hitting the High Notes.
One thing I learned about singing that I didn't know before that is that it helps sometimes to get on top of a note to use like your arms to do it. You know, like, I don't know how to describe it, but if I'm hitting a higher note, sometimes I'll do the Christina Aguilera thing, you know, and she goes like, ah! And it helps you get on top of the note and stay on pitch. For some reason, it just like lifts everything up. I don't know why, it's weird.
Who knew? Bet you didn't know secret number 3 either. Victoria's hot new look is old.
I love fashion. I love vintage clothing. To me, it's so much cooler than wearing anything else because it's kind of like you found it. I mean, when you walk into a vintage store, there's racks and racks of just like old clothes, and the fact that you have to go through and search for it yourself and you find something that really means something to you, it's kind of makes it more special in a way. Most of the time, I love going to like secondhand stores and vintage stores and just getting like really like quirky, weird pieces and then like mixing it together with, you know, some type of designer thing and just kind of creating my own thing. So, I don't know, I love fashion, it's awesome. But most of the days, I kind of just love wearing like ripped jeans and like old Converse. Okay, so remember how I said I love vintage clothes? We're here at one of my favorite spots right now, so let's go in. It's like coolest shoes ever. Big, plaid things like this are what I love to wear. I have about like 10 of these at home. Can you see me wearing this one?
Yeah.
This is happening. Cute. I can't show it to you yet. You have to wait till I try it on. Be right back. Yeah. Bam. Bam. I don't really know what to say, but wait, there's more. Got some cool shades on and good to go. We are done here and moving on to the next box.
Vintage shopping isn't the only thing that puts a smile on Victoria's face. Here's Victoria on happiness.
What makes me really happy? I love walking my dogs. Like on a beautiful day in LA, it makes me really, really happy. I love, like I said, food, going to my local diner by my house with my friends and getting breakfast makes me happy. Getting to sleep in makes me happy. I love listening to music. Whenever like I go to the recording studio and I know that I did my best and I couldn't have done any better than that, and that just makes me really happy. Like knowing that I worked really, really hard for something and I got the results that I wanted, there's no better feeling. I mean, and that's why I love performing. That's why I love acting and stuff, because just seeing people's reaction when you know you nailed something or getting the laugh that you wanted there's no better feeling.
What's the one thing Victoria can't bear to watch?
It's literally torture for me.
Her fascination with facial hair.
I don't know, it's so weird, but I just love it. It's so much fun.
And her secret to success?
I have amazing parents and an awesome mom who always told me.
We're spilling more 7 Secrets when we come back.
7 Secrets, we'll be right back. Right or left? Right, I'm right-handed. First thing I think of when I wake up in the morning is food. Shorts or skirts? Shorts for sure. I hate wearing skirts. I'm a sucker for a really sweet romantic comedy. Window or aisle? I would say window. Yeah, I love photography. Tea or coffee? I would say tea.
What about facial or no facial hair? Well, it's the subject of our next secret, and it's a hairy one for sure. Secret number 4. Victoria loves mustaches.
Yeah, dude, I love mustaches. The mustache phenomenon. What can I say? I don't even have a good explanation for why, when, and how I love them. I just do. I just woke up one day and I was like, mustaches, and I started Googling mustaches. I have mustache stickers. I have mustache Band-Aids. I even have like hidden mustache stickers all around my room. So like if you really look, you can find them in like weird places. The background for my laptop became mustaches. I draw mustaches on me and my friends. It's just mustaches galore, always. I don't know, it's so weird, but I just love it. It's so much fun. And to top it off, look what else we found. Mustache rings!
While all you boys out there get started on your mustaches, let's check out our next secret. Victoria is not originally from California, but she is from Hollywood. No, it's not one of those weird riddles. It's secret number 5, from Hollywood to Hollywood.
I grew up in Hollywood, Florida, really close to the beach, and I grew up in this amazing, it's very like Art Deco where I live, and like every other Sunday we would go to this brunch place called Angelo's Corner, and we would just like walk on the beach together as a family, and I had a really, really great childhood, and it was just like a really beautiful place, and that's like my home. I love the beach either way, so I'll still go to LA beaches, but I mean, as soon as I get in, I'm freezing cold, but my body gets numb after like 20 minutes of it, so you're just like, you don't really care anymore. But that's probably the biggest difference. The difference between the Hollywoods, well, since I'm originally from Hollywood, Florida is very, it's kind of like Art Deco, and I lived like a couple blocks away from the beach, so I never wore a lot of makeup, and my hair was just kind of the way it was when I woke up, which is really cool, and it's very colorful in Miami. Like there's tons of like ethnic flavor, and it's just really, it's like a giant melting pot, and that's also really similar to Hollywood, California too, because there's so many different ethnicities that are coming together, which is really cool. Okay, I wouldn't wear this in Hollywood, Florida, or Hollywood, California, but I'm just gonna try it on for fun anyways. The difference between Florida lifestyle versus LA, you know, they're pretty similar because I never really lived in like a small town. I've always lived in the city, kind of. But I mean, they're both really sunny and beautiful most of the time. I think as far as like the atmosphere, it's different. I think LA, the traffic is a lot more intense than in Florida, that's for sure.
Coming up, what Victoria hates doing and who she loves hanging with. We're cracking it wide open when 7 Secrets with Victoria Justice returns.
We'll be right back with more 7 Secrets right after this.
We're back, and we've dug up some more secrets we want to share. But first, here's Victoria on a typical day on the set.
Breaking the fourth wall. What happens on the set of Victorious? Well, I wake up usually, you know, this isn't my favorite part, around like 6:30 sometimes on a bad day. And, you know, Monday, Tuesday are our rehearsal days, so we'll get the script like really late on Sunday night. So then I'll wake up early, I'll read it on the way to work, and then we have a table read, and then after that we rehearse pretty much all day. I go home, eat, sleep, do it all over again, and then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are our shoot days. So on those days, I usually have earlier call time, so I'll have to come in and do, get hair and makeup done for about 2 hours. But that's one of my favorite part of the days because like the entire cast is in there and we just talk about everything that's going on in our lives. We complain for a little bit about certain things, but we just have so much fun. Hey Matt, what's up? And I just some homeless dude that always comes and hangs out on set. You know, I think a lot of people think that, you know, being on TV is like glamorous and amazing and hair and makeup and wardrobe and it's awesome and it is really cool, but it's also a lot of hard work too. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun because I'm with my friends every single day and I have an amazing crew and it's just like hanging out with a close group of friends and doing what you love, so it's pretty awesome. I'm really lucky because I get to work with an amazing cast. We have so much fun together.
And cut.
Victoria might think working in television is pretty awesome, but there's one part of her job she can't stand. It's secret number 6. Victoria can't watch herself on TV.
This might sound weird because, you know, I'm an actress and everything, but I actually hate watching myself on TV. It's literally torture for me. Whenever I'm in a group of friends and they're like, oh, let's watch your show or whatever, or I'm watching it at home, I literally have to either leave the room or like cover my eyes or I just like, you know, start talking really loudly so no one else can hear it. But it's just really hard for me to watch myself. I start thinking like, oh, that could have been funnier. Oh no, could have done that better. Or what are you doing with your mouth there, Victoria? You know, like I'll just start like thinking all these weird things in my head. But I do love watching the episodes by myself. It's just kind of a lonely existence, sitting at home alone with like no one else is around. It's kind of sad, but. Personally, I'm really, really hard on myself and very critical, and I always like everything I do to be perfect, and nothing I ever do is gonna be perfect, so I kind of have to get used to that.
So what is Victoria's secret to success? It's Victoria on Dreaming Big.
I have amazing parents and an awesome mom who always told me, you know, if you want to do something, go for it, and you know, this sounds cheesy, but dream big, because if you don't have big goals and aspirations, then you have nothing to, you know, build up to. I came out here having a goal in mind and knowing that I loved it, and I worked really, really hard at it, and I had an awesome family who was supporting me 100% all the way, and, you know, there are times when, you know, it can get hard because you'll audition all the time and you get said no to a lot more than you get said yes to, as far as it comes to, like, booking roles, and so, you know, there would be times where I'd be really disappointed when I'd work really, really hard for something and really want something and then you don't get it, and it's pretty disappointing. And at that point in time, you start thinking like, oh, you know, this is never gonna happen and this and that. And you just have to remember that you just have to keep going. If you really, really want it, you have to keep trying and you have to work harder and harder and harder. And that's what I've been doing. And, you know, I'm so lucky to have my own show on Nickelodeon. You know, it's an amazing opportunity and I feel so, so grateful. Hopefully after I'll be able to do movies. I'd love to do movies, and I want to work on my music a lot. I'm really excited to work on a solo album and start writing a lot of my own music. And yeah, I think as long, you just have to really, really believe in yourself and really go for it. Because if you just sit at home and complain and say, oh, I wish I could do that, then it's never gonna happen. You actually have to get up and do it.
Know what else can help to make your dreams come true? A great friend. And Victoria's definitely got one of those. And guess what? He can actually grow one of those mustaches. Because secret number 7 is Victoria's best friend is a guy.
So everyone always asks me who my best friend is, and they always assume it's a girl, but the fact of the matter is that it's a guy. His name is Avon Jogia, and he's actually on my show Victorious with me. He plays Beck, and we met on the set of Spectacular, this other Nickelodeon movie we did together in Canada. He's even told me since that day that he'll never experience another moment like that ever again.
True.
Yeah?
It's not true.
It was a one-of-a-kind kind of thing. It's like when you meet someone of that caliber, it's like, what do you do after that?
Kiss me.
A little weird. Let's do it.
Man, I love this school.
He's really, really funny. Like, we totally get each other's sense of humor because we're both weird. Like, we don't have, like, I don't know, we're just weird. We make up weird songs, we make up weird dances, we're just weird voices. We're just always weird together. He's like my weird friend. Ring, ding, 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 here I am, ding, 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 once again, ding, 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 la, 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 listen now, and the remix. I'm breathing.
All right, what kind of jokes have you played on me?
What kind of jokes am I playing on you?
Other than toying with my emotions.
And we just like immediately hit it off. Like he doesn't take himself seriously. He's so goofy and funny, and you know he's really musical like I am, and he's just like a really sweet, really kind guy. And I see him pretty much every day of my life for the past 2 years, and we have a lot of fun together. Avin, I could kind of see you wearing these.
I actually could too.
Kind of,
I've
right?
seen that one.
Or these. Huh?
Wait.
What? It lights up. And even though he's a guy, we do a lot of the girl stuff together. Like I'll dress him up, I'll do his makeup. I'm just kidding. He's gonna kill me for saying that. And the thing I love about Avin is that, you know, I can be bored at my house and be like, Avin, come over, I have nothing to do. And he'll just come over and we'll hang in my room and just play guitar and do nothing, like literally nothing. So, you know, he's just a super laid back guy and really down to earth and really, really sweet too. I get to work with him every single day, which is so cool. I mean, like, getting to work with your best friend and on this awesome TV show, and we just have so much fun together. And our dressing rooms are right next door to each other, so we're always like hanging out, and during lunch we all go to Avin's dressing room usually, or in the green room.
Victoria, all we can say is, he's lucky to have a friend like you.
Might be crazy, haven't told you lately that I love you. You're the only reason that I'm not afraid to fly. And it's crazy that someone could change me. Now no matter what it is I have to do, I'm not afraid to try. And you need to know that you're the reason why.
Now you've got the scoop on me. But remember, I like to prank my friends, so watch your back. Bye.
So tell me that you love me, yeah. And tell me that I take your breath away. And maybe if you take one more, then I would know for sure there's nothing left to say. But tell me that you love me anyway. So tell me that you love me, yeah. And tell me that I take your breath away. And maybe if you take one more, then I would know for sure there's nothing left to say. But tell me that you love me anyway.